I am Harry Turnball-Jones. I am the Program Director for the R&D Missions Accelerator program. What that means day to day is that I look after the strategic, the overarching program, basically to ensure that it delivers on its strategic objectives. And in reality, that means delivering real world impact through the R&D investments. The methodology over the top has three key tenets. So it has a problem statement, a challenge statement, and a pull-through plan. And we deliver against those three things. So a problem statement is where we go to the government department and we say, what are your high priority issues? What are the things that you're really interested in getting after over the next period? What are the things that really matter to you as a government? And we work with them and we say, where does the investment in R&D help solve that issue? And we get them to formalize it into a problem statement. In reflection of that, we then work up a challenge statement. So the problem statement will generally be broad. It'll be, we care about something in dementia or healthcare or whatever it might be. We then dial that into a very outcome-orientated challenge statement. And then we develop an R&D program around that. So that varies across the different areas that we work in. So it might be investing for a delivery partner. It might be investing in lots of different competitions. But in reality, it is building out the R&D program with testing and piloting so that by the time of the end of the 4 years, we can comfortably say we've met that outcome. So the pull-through plan, we go back to the government department that says that gave us that problem statement, and we say, great, we've fulfilled that problem. We've got an outcome that meets that need. You committed, and you are now going to commit to pulling that through, to adopting that, to scaling that, to potentially buying that outcome, that product, that service, whatever it might be, and then implementing it, to deploying it in a prison, in a school, on the streets, wherever it might be. So you get this cycle, you get this idea of you've got outcome-orientated R&D that meets government priorities, that's then pulled through, that creates real-world impact. The idea within this program is we get the end users involved really early on. So they are part of the program from now until the end. So they sit on our advisory groups. They have specific advisory groups. So these are young people, police officers, teachers, inputting on the R&D as we develop it. So by the time that we get to the end of the 4 years, we've built these products, these services, this evidence, whatever it is. We have tested it, but also we've tested it with the people that are going to use these things. And therefore, that's how you get to real impact over the next 4 years. How do you get government departments to talk to each other and actively support this? And actually, the last 11 months, 9 months, I think that's what we've excelled at most. We've brought these stakeholders in. I've got areas of government departments that I've never spoken to each other before, but are now actively contributing to different challenge areas. And that's the real success of the thing, because, these are big societal issues. I think this year or the previous year was really our setup year. So we spent a lot of time getting the team in place, developing some of the challenges, do some initial thinking, some design work. This year now is where we're really moving into delivery. So this is where I get really excited. This is where we are taking that idea and really moving it into action. So we're going to spend some money. We're going to go and talk to stakeholders. We're going to invest in industry and academia. We're going to bring these people together and get things going. And this is largely driven by the challenge directors who have spent the last 6 months designing these things.